How to remove the gear case or transmission. Disconnect the washer from the wall outlet. Open the door on the washer. Remove the liquid fabric softener dispenser. Next you need to remove the agitator cap barrier and seal. I use a piece of wire like this to hook it and pull it out, or you could just grab it with your hand and pull it out. After removing it, you will need to loosen the screw that holds the agitator to the shaft. To loosen the screw, you need to use a ratchet with an extension bar and a 7/16 socket wrench. Go ahead and loosen the screw. Now you can grab the agitator and pull it out. You need to remove this metal piece. And this plastic piece. After removing the agitator, open the controls panel. Disconnect the wire harness from the door switch. Remove the cabinet. If you don't know how to remove the cabinet, click on this link to see how it is done. If you know, continue viewing the video. Now let's remove the gear case or transmission. Tie a rope or wire around the tub and back panel to keep the back panel in place. Remove the drain hose from the drain pipe and hook it to the rope or wire around the tub. Turn off the water faucets and disconnect the fill hoses from the water valve. Pull the washer away from the wall. I use 2 5-gallon buckets to lay the washer on top of them. If you don't have the buckets, you could just lay it down on the floor. With the washer on its back, let's start removing the gear case or transmission. From here on I will be calling the gear case the transmission. Remove the 2 pump holding metal straps. I use a piece of rope like this to hold the pump out of the way. Remove the pump from the motor shaft and tie it to the frame, like this. Disconnect the wire harness from the motor. Remove these 2 screws. Remove the 2 motor metal holding straps. And remove the motor. Make sure you don't drop the motor, or you could damage it. Remove any rubber grommet left on the motor mounting plate and put it on the motor. Remove the wire harness holding clip from the transmission. You will need a 1/2-inch wrench to remove the transmission holding screws. Remove these 3 screws. Remove the transmission. Wiggle it while you pull it out. Before installing the new transmission, turn the clutch drum until the spring is in this position. Push and turn the basket drive and brake assembly counterclockwise until is all the way in. Leave this plastic piece in this position to make sure the transmission fits in properly. Put the transmission in place and push it until is all the way in. Secure it with the 3 screws. Clip the wire harness holding clip to the transmission. Set the rubber round piece of the motor coupler in place. Set the holes in this position. Set the motor coupler plastic piece in this position. Make sure the 4 motor grommets are on the motor. You could make a wire hook like this one, to hold the top motor holding strap in place, while you install the motor. This is how to set the strap in place and hold it with the wire hook. Set the top motor metal holding strap in place. And hold it with the wire hook. Set the motor on the motor plate. Make sure that the motor sits in properly. Unhook the top metal strap and press on it until it locks into the motor. Set the bottom motor metal holding strap in place and press on it until it locks to the motor. Secure the straps with the 2 screws. Connect the wire harness to the motor. Turn the motor shaft like this, with a flat on the top and the bottom. Use a pump holding strap to turn the pump impeller like this. This will make it easier to set the pump on the motor shaft. Put the 2 pump holding metal straps on the motor. Place the pump on the motor shaft. Make sure is all the way in. Press on the metal straps until they snap in place. Be careful that you don't pinch your hand when pressing on the metal straps. Stand up the washer and push it back to the wall. Place the drain hose into the drain pipe. Connect the fill hoses to the water valve. Remove the rope or wire holding the tub and back panel. Install the cabinet. Connect the wires to the door switch. Close the controls panel. Open the door on the washer. Install the plastic piece and the metal piece. Clean the inside of the agitator with a small brush like a toothbrush. Install the agitator on the shaft. Making sure you push it all the way in. Secure it with a holding screw. Remove the seal from the agitator cap barrier. And clean them good. Put together the agitator cap barrier and seal. Apply a little dish detergent on the rubber seal. Put the agitator cap barrier and seal in place. Make sure it's straight, and push it down until it seats in place. It is very important that the agitator cap barrier and seal stop soapy water from falling into the agitator dogs, otherwise the agitator dogs will wear out prematurely. Clean the liquid fabric softener dispenser. Set the liquid fabric softener dispenser in the agitator, and push it until it snaps in place. Open the water faucets. Plug the washer on the wall outlet, and try it out to see how it works now. That was the way to remove and replace the transmission or gear case on a direct drive washer made by Whirlpool Corporation. Click on these links to visit my website, and to subscribe to my channel.